I received a wedding gift from Mary, my mother-in-law. She handed me a teddy bear with a smile and said, "Here's a gift for your wedding. Enjoy it." The teddy bear was cute, but I struggled to appreciate it fully because Mary and I had not been getting along well. Her sudden kindness confused me. I had met Tom at the gym when he helped me with a tricky machine. We quickly hit it off and began dating. A year later, on my birthday, he proposed and we got married. Life with Tom has been wonderful, but my relationship with his mother, Mary, has been a concern. When we visited Tom's family mansion for the first time, I was taken aback by their wealth. Tom, however, is very down-to-earth and avoids extravagant spending, which I appreciate. My father always emphasized the importance of financial independence, so Tom's frugality resonated with me. However, my first encounter with Mary was less than warm. She made a hurtful comment about my work as a remote worker, implying that I just played on the computer all day. This was especially painful given my efforts to work hard and be responsible. Despite the childhood love story that sounds perfect, reality was different. Mary's attitude did not improve, and we decided it was best to leave. On our way home, Tom kept apologizing. "I'm really sorry about my mom," he said. "She's been upset about Emily and took it out on you. I'll talk to my dad about it later." Mary's behavior made me question if marrying Tom was the right decision, but I still loved him and wasn't ready to give up. I silently vowed to prove Mary wrong. After our wedding, Tom's dad, John, suggested we move into a guest house on their property. He explained that the house had been empty for years and that as people get older, it's easy to lose touch with friends. They would love to have us nearby. The guest house was spotless, roomy, and cozier than an average home, despite being vacant for years. After discussing it with Tom, I agreed to move in, but this decision came with its own set of issues. Mary, who lived nearby, began dropping by uninvited and nitpicking everything. She criticized the cleanliness of the house, my cooking, and even belittled my remote work, suggesting it wasn't real work and comparing me unfavorably to Emily, Tom's ex, who apparently excelled in all domestic matters. These comments usually came when Tom wasn't around. At first, I tried to defend myself, but Mary was skilled at twisting my words, which left me feeling frustrated. I eventually realized that engaging with her only added to my stress, so I started ignoring her remarks. This seemed to aggravate her further, and she began using more direct forms of harassment. She would hide community newsletters, withhold messages from neighbors, and cause me to miss important events, which led to trouble. One day, she intentionally messed up laundry I had folded and handled it with dirty hands, leaving stains. She would help herself to food from my fridge without asking, and even open packages I ordered online, criticizing me for being wasteful. As her actions started causing real damage, I reached my breaking point and decided I could no longer ignore the issue. I confronted Mary directly. "Enough is enough, Mary. Even if you have issues because of Emily, this is going too far. Why do you keep harassing me like this?" I stood firm, arms crossed, ready to address the problem. Mary seemed surprised by my determination and responded sharply. "I face challenges as a new bride too, but I never complain to my in-laws like you do. You're quite headstrong. Once you marry into a family, shouldn't you serve and respect your husband's parents? That's how it used to be. You think it's all right to treat me this way just because you went through it as a bride." Her chilling response was, "Yes, I do, and I won't stop. I can't accept someone like you as Tom's wife. If you don't like it, just divorce him and leave." Mary's words left me speechless and in disbelief. It was clear that reasoning with her was futile. I didn't want to burden Tom, but it seemed I had no other option. When I finally opened up to him about his mother's behavior, he was distressed. "What is my mother thinking?" he asked. "I've told her countless times not to bother you, and now she's involving the neighbors. Bad-mouthing is one thing, but interfering with our daily lives is unacceptable. I apologize for what you're dealing with. I will have a serious conversation with her that night." Tom confronted Mary at our home, despite her tearful pleas for him to stop. He remained firm and told her that enough was enough, and if such behavior continued, he would not forgive her. Thankfully, Mary stopped coming over for a while, giving us some much-needed peace. However, this calm period didn't last long. A week later, just when I thought things were starting to settle down, the doorbell rang. To my surprise, it was Mary, standing there with a broad smile and holding a cute teddy bear, which left me puzzled. I greeted her and asked, "Mary, what brings you here today?" She appeared meek and apologetic as she replied, "I'm sorry for everything. Tom's scolding made me realize how childish I was being by taking out my frustrations about Emily on you. I wanted to apologize properly, and I realized I never gave you a proper wedding gift. So I thought this teddy bear would be nice. Isn't it cute? I wish you and Tom happiness," she said, presenting the bear. Although I thanked her, the gift didn't seem to make much sense to me. I'm not particularly fond of teddy bears or stuffed animals in general, and for a wedding gift, something practical like kitchenware or appliances would have been more suitable, especially considering our recent conflict. I began to wonder if there might be a hidden motive behind this gesture. Feeling uneasy, I decided to consult my mom, who lived nearby and whom I had confided in about Mary's harassment before. When I showed her the teddy bear, her usually calm demeanor suddenly changed. She exclaimed, "Sarah, your dad brought some sweets as a souvenir. Let's put the teddy bear in the living room and have some coffee first. Help me get things ready." Her behavior seemed odd, but despite my unease, I followed her instructions. Once in the kitchen, my mom turned to me with a serious expression and said, "You need to get rid of that teddy bear immediately. Otherwise, something terrible will happen." I was confused and asked, "Why the sudden urgency? Is there something wrong with the teddy bear?" My mom urged me to stay calm and listen. She explained that the stuffed animal was not what it seemed. Her explanation left me speechless, and I was also running out of patience with the situation. Realizing I needed to take action, I decided to return the gesture in a different way. I placed the teddy bear in the living room and waited for Tom to come home. When he arrived and saw the bear, he asked, "Isn't it cute? Did you buy this?" I replied, "No, this is a wedding gift from your mother." Tom, puzzled, asked, "From Mom? Why would she give a teddy bear?" I pulled him aside, explained the situation, and asked for his help with my plan. He agreed to assist. A few hours later, Tom and I engaged in a heated argument. I accused him of preferring Emily because she was nicer, just as his mother had suggested. Tom denied it, saying I was reading too much into it. The argument escalated and Tom declared, "That's it. Marrying someone like you was a mistake. Let's get a divorce right now." At that moment, Mary burst into our house, standing at the doorway with a wide smile. She exclaimed, "Tom, you finally see the truth. She's the worst wife, strong-willed, not cute at all, and so presumptuous. I always knew she wasn't right for you. Divorce her immediately and kick her out of this house." Mary's delight quickly turned to confusion as Tom and I, who were supposedly locked in a fierce argument just moments before, exchanged cold glares. I addressed Mary slowly. "You noticed we were fighting, didn't you?" Mary stumbled over her response, attempting to cover up her timing. It was just a hunch. I just felt it," she quickly defended, but her shifty eyes betrayed her. "Don't lie," I said. "Tell the truth." I discovered that Mary had secretly rigged a teddy bear with a surveillance camera and a listening device. This was revealed to me when I returned home, and my mother mentioned her concerns. She had become suspicious after hearing about a similar case in the news, where a woman had been spied on through a stuffed animal. On my way back, I decided to report the incident to the police. As I continued, I could see the panic growing on Mary's face. She tried to downplay the situation, insisting that calling the police was an overreaction, and pleaded with me to cancel the report immediately. Mary's actions were a serious breach of privacy and illegal. She attempted to shift the blame and expressed anger, but Tom, her son, reached his breaking point. He expressed his deep shame and disappointment, stating he could no longer tolerate her behavior. He was particularly upset after everything she had done to mistreat Sarah, including the teddy bear incident. Mary tried to justify her actions by claiming she did it for Tom, but he was resolute. He decided to report the situation to his father and sever ties with Mary, instructing her to stay away from both him and Sarah. In a tearful plea, Mary apologized, acknowledging her mistake and begging for forgiveness. However, after all that had happened, including the disturbing teddy bear incident, I found it impossible to forgive her. Her apology felt inadequate, given the severity of her actions. When the police arrived, they gave Mary a stern warning. In the weeks that followed, John, her husband, decided to divorce her and expel her from their home. His frustration had been growing due to her reckless spending and the way she had mistreated me, culminating in the teddy bear incident. Mary now lives in a rundown apartment, struggling with multiple part-time jobs. I hope this period of hardship serves as an opportunity for her to reflect on her choices and make positive changes. As for me, I am relieved to live in peace, supported by Tom and John. We are eagerly looking forward to the arrival of our long-awaited baby in just a few months, and we are filled with anticipation for the new chapter in our lives.